Hello everyone, welcome once again to my channel. Today we're going to be covering the full performance of Pauline AmelinckkX, who represented the Philippines at Miss Supranational 2023. A lot of you guys know me for being a pageant blogger, but this year I competed at Mr. Supranational myself as a candidate. So because of that and because of the conflict of interest, not interest, but the conflicts of me being there as well, I refrained from creating any content related to Supra this year. However, now that the competition is over, I can openly talk about my experience as well as answer some of your questions that you guys have been sending me ever since I came back from the competition. One of those things that you guys keep on asking me is to talk about Pauline and her performance. So here I am to give you my 2 cents about her full performance. Now, if you enjoyed this video, you know what to do. Go ahead and leave a like on this video, subscribe to the channel, and be part of the conversation in the comment section down below. I will see you with my full commentary and all of the tea right after the intro.
Be strong.
Here we go. I hope you guys enjoy this.
Mabuhay! Pauline AmelinckkX, Philippines!
This was the introduction right after the opening number at Miss Supranational. At this particular time, I was sitting second row on the left side of the stage, so I had a very clear view of all of this. However, I was really close to the main stage rather than the runway, so I could only see Pauline from behind. You can definitely feel the emotion that is in her voice. Even at the end when she mentions Philippines, you can almost hear the voice like cracking a little bit. For everyone who has been following Pauline's journey, you know that one of her biggest dreams has been to represent the Philippines internationally. She joined Miss Universe Philippines 3 times until she achieved the title of Supranational, which I know that maybe wasn't her go-to. This was not her objective when she joined Miss Universe Philippines for the last time. However, she still got what she hoped for in a way, which was to represent the country internationally. And at this particular point, when I see her introducing herself, especially with so much emotion, you can tell that she's grateful to be there and that in a way she has accomplished her dream. So here we go. Alright, now we have parts of the national costume competition. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So already here, alright, I would like to know a little bit more about the history about this entire national costume and all of the thought process that went behind it. But we can see the Filipiniana already, which is a very traditional reference to the Philippines and the culture, especially here being in the Philippines for the last almost 10 months. Guys, can you guys believe that I've been here for so long? You really get to know and appreciate the value of Filipiniana from a historical point, from a cultural point. So I'm really happy to see Pauline on stage wearing a full-on Filipiniana with a beautiful dress, and of course beautifully accessorized as well. Just look at the hair, look at the umbrella. Everything is thought out from beginning to end, from head to toe, quite literally. Look at the back of the dress. God.
That the winner of the Supra Chat Challenge is Miss...
Ooh, that's true. Pauline won the Super Chat Challenge. Wow. Okay, so I remember this vividly because I was still very close to the stage at this particular time. So Pauline was really up there. So of course, we all knew that even without Super Chat, Pauline was going to cracked the top 25 at Supranational for sure. She was actually one of the fan favorites to win the entire thing. So, it's just amazing to see her advance into the top 24. But at the same time, to do so by winning the Super Chat, which in my opinion, within the system of Supranational, it is the one indicator that gives you like the award for like best comm skills, or I would say like not best interview because we have a separate interview for that, but it showcases out of the entire batch, you are the communicator of the batch, which is always a plus in pageantry because we all know that it's not just about the looks and the physique and all of that. The job of a title holder has a lot to do with communication. Whoa. All right. Wait. We have to talk about this particular moment when Pauline was doing her swimsuit. And for you to understand, I need to give you a little bit of a background story. So, for the misters, right? The Miss Supranational show is one night before our show. So all of the misters are instructed to go to this particular show. We are in the audience and we're instructed to bring our flags because we are supposed to be rooting for our female counterpart. So for example, I was representing Canada at Mr. Supranational, so I bring my Canadian flag to represent, to encourage Miss Supranational Canada as she is competing on stage. Now, there was a big issue for me because in the middle of the entire show, right after the announcement of the winner of Supra Chat and the special awards, someone actually stole my flag, which I absolutely needed for my finals night because I was supposed to open the show with my Canadian flag. I needed it. So I spent a huge part of the Miss show actually just going around the venue, asking people if they saw my flag, if someone had an extra flag that they could give me. So because of those things, some of these images are new to me. Like I didn't get to see Pauline's or anyone's swimsuit competition because I was actually going around asking if anyone saw my flag. Now let's talk about Pauline's swimsuit competition. I think that of course she looks absolutely stunning. Just look at her face. She is so happy to be there. You can almost feel that she is exuding joy and just positivity. I think that compared to some of the other contestants who were there really showing more of a sensual vibe, more of a fierce vibe, Pauline stayed a little bit more on the positive and joyful rather than going into that, persona, that character of being like a glamazon on stage and walking like a tiger. I mean, ultimately, it definitely paid off for her because she ended up as a first runner-up, but I did hear some people complaining about her performance, which at the end of the day, you have to present yourself as you are. If this is your vibe, if you are not like a super sensual and fierce person, then you going on stage and faking it is not going to help you. And the thing is that you spend 2 weeks during the experience in Poland with the people of the organization, with the chaperones. They see you during those 2 weeks. They know who you are. So if during prelims or finals, you go on stage pretending to be someone that you're not, they're gonna know. Trust me, they're gonna know. So, I mean, this is pretty much the same vibe that Pauline will give in her performances here in the Philippines. So for me, this is no shocker. Alright, this is the actual announcement of the top 24. When the girls were wearing white, just like us.
I am a three-peater of my national pageant, but I stand here with dedication and commitment. Being body shamed only taught me the value of my voice and the importance of keeping it kind. And this same voice I will use to raise our stories of struggle and strength so others too may...
Whoa. Pauline? This is one of the things, like, people always say, don't give her a microphone because she's about to eat it. Well, I mean, this girl, like, she ate the microphone and she licked her fingers. Being fully transparent, this is one of the things that I did not see from the show because I was busy looking for my flag. I actually didn't even know that the girls had, like, a speech segment. Now that I think about it, it would be so much fun if we also had that, the misters. Just give us a little chance to speak a little bit, But anyways, going back here to her message, I think that this is perfect. First of all, the eloquence, the confidence, the way that she is staring at that camera, like she didn't even blink, not even once. And most importantly, the substance, the message of what she's saying. Literally, she repeated her national pageant 3 times for her to be there on the international stage representing the Philippines. That's such a beautiful and uplifting message that I think that anyone can benefit from. Not just people who, feel frustrated in life, but it doesn't matter what it is, your work, your school, your family situation, you name it, there is always room for you to try again. There's always room for you to grow. And, sometimes things turns out the way that you want. Sometimes they don't. But at the end of the day, you never know what you might welcome in your life. Alright, evening gown now.
It's Miss Philippines!
Oh my god, wait, okay. Giovannes. Okay, wait, let's just go back for a second because for some reason, they showcased the gown for like 2.5 seconds. I don't know why, but anyways, we need to talk about it. Beautiful gown. I actually wonder who is the designer for this. A little Google search will quickly answer my answer, but I'm gonna let you guys educate me in the comment section down below. Here's the thing that I like the most about Pauline's gown is the fact that it's a black gown. I didn't see anyone on stage with this particular color, so already she stood out in that, you know, very, very specific way. Of course, Pauline also always has a very theatrical performance when it comes to the evening gown segment. I can only remember what she did here in the Philippines during Miss Universe Philippines last time with the white gown floating in the air and the twirl. It was like drama, and the pageant fans just absolutely loved that. Same thing for the judges at Supranational. I can tell you that in my experience, I believe that by the time we get to finals, at least the top 20, 24 is already established. They already know who they're going to put in that top, regardless of the performance during that night. Same thing, I mean, this is not confirmed, this is just my personal feeling. I feel the same way about the top 10. It's predetermined based on the experience before, like all of the events and the activities that they had. So for Pauline, knowing, you know, that she's gonna crack that top 20 initially, but then she still needs to stand out, she still needs to catch the judges' attention in order to move further in the competition. It's a very clever decision to go with a color that is gonna do exactly that, grab the judges' attention. And on top, and then you top that with the performance, and there's really nothing to complain about. This was home run. Again, I was not there present for this particular segment, but I did see photos of the evening gown online. So this is not the first time seeing the gown. It is the first time though seeing the performance and, you know, what she did with it. So
Philippines!
all right, Johannes. Johannes was so excited. For those of you who don't know, Johannes was actually my roommate, and we got to bond a lot. An amazing guy, and I know that he was behind Pauline 100%. I was very happy for him when they called her.
There are 8 candidates left, all hoping to hear their.
So this is the announcement of the top 10.
Great brand ambassador for the.
Alright, they got me all mixed up right now because they're saying top 8 and now top... Anyways, she's about to answer the question, so that means that we are down to the top 5. At this particular point, I was there. I was on the venue, I was seated, I was watching, I saw this happening live. So let's just relive the experience.
The supranational organization. They start now.
Your time starts now.
It would be dedication. Dedication to this journey, dedication to the people who have brought her up to this journey, and dedication, of course, with the organization that she'll end up working with. This is such a beautiful experience, and she has to be someone who can bring people together, someone who knows that this is not a one-woman journey. We all have our differences, but we also realize that we have so much in common, and we are now gathered here on this stage, transcending our own borders, bringing nations together. Thank you.
Wow. All right, let's talk about the Q&A segment. There's a few things that I would like to add. So, first of all, initially when Pauline started answering the question, I believe, if I recall properly, she was the very first out of the top 5 to answer the question. And for some reason, I felt a little bit of shakiness in her voice. So I thought maybe she's nervous. I don't know, you know, how that's going to affect the answer. But the moment that she started like getting into it and adding, you know, arguments and justifying her answer, I felt, okay, she's gonna be okay. This is a really, really good answer. I'm gonna tell you why. During the Supranational experience, of course, the contestants are always in touch with the chaperones. We are never, ever, ever, ever alone. We always have people from the organization with us, including the management, and very often they will drop hints, as in they will tell us things that they're looking for in the next title holder. So, you know, someone who is dedicated, who is gonna give their everything to the organization and the work that they're trying to do, it's definitely something that the organization is looking for. Another thing that they would often mention to us, to the misters, they will talk about not being an agent of chaos, but being an agent of change. So for example, if I was asked this particular question, I would use that element, agent of change, in the answer. So I believe this is exactly what Pauline did. That was her strategy. She went with those terms that they kept on repeating to us over and over again. And at the end of the day, she came up with a very powerful answer. Because when you listen to it. The repetition of the word dedication and bringing us always back to what an ambassador has to do in order to excel, to obtain that title, is what truly made her answer so impactful and so memorable compared to the other answers that were given that night. But that's for a different video. As a matter of fact, I have video proof of this. Right after Pauline answered her Q&A, I turned around because I was sitting in the audience, so I turned around, her team was right behind me, and I was like, she's gonna win, she's gonna go home with the title. I will put the video here somewhere so that you guys can see it.
And the president of the songs, Mr. Ludomir Hansen. Zapraszamy was na scenę.
Oh my god, it's Pauline. Pauline is gonna get it. Pauline is gonna win it.
I'm extremely excited.
Because there was no doubt in my mind that this was the best answer of the night, at least up until this point. Because remember, she was, I think, the first or second one to answer, so I still didn't know how the other girls were going to answer. But for a moment, I was, she's going back home to the Philippines with the crown.
To our first runner-up.
Well done, Miss Ecuador. Ladies and gentlemen, she came so close. She did so well. Please put your hands together as we wish our Miss Philippines, our first runner-up, a huge congratulations.
That's a blow.
All right,
She was very close.
there she goes. Okay, so let's just leave it there. I'm going to say, of course, as a pageant fan, someone who has been following Pauline, I mean, I didn't follow in real time her first time at Miss Universe Philippines, but I did follow the other second attempts, and I can say that I'm very proud of what she has accomplished up until this point. The fact that she was able to, you know, always persevere, not give up, regardless of the bashing, regardless of the failures, regardless of the shortcomings. Here she is. And one of the things that I remember telling her team during this particular night, it was that although she came so close to the crown and she ended up as a first runner-up, we all knew that she was going back home as a winner because she will be welcomed in the Philippines with open arms, just as if she had won the Miss Supranational crown. I'm gonna share with you guys a little photo that I took myself from the audience after this particular coronation. As usual, I also want to hear your opinion. How do you guys feel about Pauline's full performance and her journey at Supranational? Let me know in the comment section down below. And if you enjoyed this, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and be present for the next time that I post, which is gonna be very soon, because we're gonna be analyzing the top 5 Q&A performances at Supranational so that we can compare, not just Pauline, but everyone. So let's do that. See you on the next one, guys. Stay safe, take care, and sending all my love.